What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to Bountiful Blessings Urban Homestead. In this video we're going to be showing you our garlic bed that we planted last fall. It should be due to harvest around July. Here we have 500 cloves of garlic planted right here next to the driveway. You can see all of the cloves have came up and they are all sprouted about 5 inches. You can see that they're all green and living. We did just get a couple weeks of 40 and 50 degrees, so all the snow has melted off. These were covered up with about 1.5 feet of snow here in the middle of January, and as you can see, everything seems to be popped up and doing great. Now, I didn't do very much planning when I put this garden bed in place because this side of the garden bed receives only 1 hour of sunlight a day, as to where this side of the garden bed receives almost a full 8 hours. Now, the reason for that is because the sun comes up, peeks through these two houses, and goes behind the garage or behind the house for the remainder of the day. But this part is lucky enough to catch everything from above the garage and above the house all day long. So the only time this receives shade is from this tree, which would be right about now actually. Other than that, the sun will continue setting and this will go back into the sunlight, and all of this will get sunlight for about 20 minutes, and that is it. So that is interesting. You can see though, these ones are sprouted as well, doing good. So we are going to be getting some bulbs from this side as well. They just most likely are not going to be as big. Now you can see we have garden stakes sticking out of the ground here. That is to separate the different varieties of garlic. We have one variety here, another variety here, which is just probably 3 or 4 cloves. Another, or 3 or 4 bulbs broken up. Another variety here. Another variety here, and our final variety here. Here is the Vietnamese purple. I believe this is the music. This is rainbow. I'm not sure what this one was. They were tiny, very spicy garlic hardneck from the farmer's market, and these ones were gigantic garlic bulbs from the farmer's market as well. So here we have all our garlic mid-February, or just the beginning of February, creeping into mid-February, and you can see that everything seems to be looking really good. Follow along for some garlic updates, and be sure to keep your eye posted this July for a pretty big garlic harvest here in the middle of Sioux Falls, South Dakota. As you can see, we're right next to the very busy street, 4-lane street right here. We turned our entire yard into a garden, the entire front yard too, which goes in front of the house here. So we're going to be pretty interested to see how much we are able to pull off of our garden. Not only that, we also have the entire backyard, which we also had as a garden last year, which we're going to most likely do as a gigantic melon patch. We have got our garden format structure started over here. We're going to be doing these compost beds 2 foot wide by as long as our space can allow throughout everywhere that there's wood chip, and we plan to put wood chip everywhere in the front yard. Back here is going to be our in-ground garden where we plant vegetables and fruit directly into the soil without wood chip or any of the no-till methods. We are going to be doing a till garden over here on this side for all of our in-ground crops, such as we may do potatoes, stuff like that, in-ground crops over here. So we got a couple of those potatoes. We're not going to say in-ground crops, more like crops that I'm not sure. We're honestly, we haven't really decided how we're going to plant everything out, but we're going to be starting our planting here in about a month and a half in the middle of March indoors, and then about the end of April, beginning of May, we will be bringing everything out and transplanting it into the garden. So everything has a good 6-week head start. Thank you guys for tuning in to Bountiful Blessings Urban Homestead. Let's pop into the rack and coop here. Check everything out. We've got our bunny horde. The chicken parade. They're chilling. We got lots of eggs for today. Those two are probably sitting on some pretty big clutches of eggs as well. Some bunnies. Here's our baby bunnies here. We just took their nesting box out today. So they're going to have another week with mama before they get transferred into their own cage. And these rabbits here are 2 weeks away from harvest. As you can see, they're getting pretty big and curious and tasty looking. These rabbits here are half the age of those rabbits there. So we got another most likely 5 weeks left. A couple of these rabbits we're going to be keeping. I think I may keep this broken tort chocolate over here. And I am definitely going to be keeping the lilac, which is the gray looking one back there. Oop, focus on my finger. The lilac, which is the gray one in the back. A black one. They're both males. I don't know which one I'll keep. Most likely the bigger one. And a chocolate otter doe. One of those chocolate otters is a doe, I believe. It's probably that one right there. So we're going to be keeping 3 of those rabbits and most likely one of these rabbits here. And the rest of them will be for sale as pets, meat, show rabbits, breeding stock, etc. I do have pedigrees for everything, so go ahead and contact me via comments. Thank you guys for tuning in to Bountiful Blessings Urban Homestead. As always, have a great day.